Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you a new poem, The Duck and the Kangaroo. This is written by Edward Lear, and children, the whole poem is rotating around a nice central idea, that is of friendship. That means a friend indeed is a friend indeed. The poet here emphasizes on friendship. So now I am going to tell you about the background of the poem, and then I will be doing the explanation of the poem. So let's start the poem. So I am going to start the poem, The Duck and the Kangaroo. Now there were two friends, the duck and the kangaroo, and the whole poem is set on these two friends, and they are going for a long pleasure trip. So the duck and the kangaroo were good friends, and the duck wanted to go on a long pleasure trip. She asked the kangaroo to let her sit on his back. She was feeling bored in her dirty pond. She wished she too could hop like the kangaroo. Well, kangaroo was a good friend of duck. The kangaroo gladly granted the request. He told, okay, if you want to come with me, you can come. But he put two conditions. But he told, I will take you only on two conditions. Firstly, the duck would sit at the end of his tail. That means she will sit at the end of his tail. Maybe he might lose the balance. And secondly, she would sit still. That means she will not move here and there. She would sit still. The duck accepted both the conditions. She further assured his friend that her wet and cold feet would not give him rheumatism. Now children, she is having very wet and cold feet as it was a winter time, and the duck lives in the pond. Due to that, she was thinking she had a very cold feet, and that's why she had bought 4 pairs of woolen socks and a gown to go on a journey. Well, together they set out happily on a world tour, and they were the happiest pair. They were the true friends. And let's see what happens now. So first let me read the appetizer for you people. Two friends, the duck and the kangaroo, are about to set out on a long pleasure trip. The kangaroo, though happy to carry the duck all the way on the tip of his tail, is wary of her wet feet. What will the duck do to make the kangaroo feel comfortable over land and sea? Let us find out how they go about it. Now children, first I will read the poem, and then I will be doing the explanation part. Okay, so let's read the poem. Said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bow in his nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you. Said the duck to the kangaroo. Please give me a ride on your back, said the duck to the kangaroo. I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack. The whole of the long day through, and we would go to the Dee and the Jelly Bow Lee, over the land and over the sea. Please take me on a ride, oh do, said the duck to the kangaroo. Said the kangaroo to the duck, this requires a little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection, which is, if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatiz, said the kangaroo. Said the duck, as I said on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks, which fit my web feet neatly. And to keep out the cold, I have bought a cloak and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Said the kangaroo, I'm ready, all in the moonlight pale, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo. Now children, see how beautiful this poem is. What a nice rhyming scheme are there. When you will read this poem, you will really enjoy it. So first I will be telling you the meaning of the new words. Okay. Now you can see the first word is good gracious. Okay. Good gracious. That means, oh merciful God. This is a phrase, and we often use this phrase when we remember God. Oh merciful God. Then the meaning of hop. Hop means bound. Then I will tell you the meaning of bore. I will tell you the meaning of bore. Here. Bore means cheerless. Then comes the meaning of nasty. Nasty means dirty. And finally, beyond. Beyond means away, far off. Okay. So, let me explain the passage now. Said the duck to the kangaroo, good gracious, how you hop. So, he's telling, oh merciful God, good gracious, how nicely you hop. To jump. Hop means to jump. So, this is told by the duck to the kangaroo that how you nicely hop. Over the fields and the water too. You are hopping over the fields and the water, enjoying, as if you never would stop. And the way you hop, it looks to me that you will never stop. You will continue your hopping and hopping and hopping. So you can see the duck is flattering the kangaroo, or she is telling, or you can say she is praising the kangaroo. My life is a bore. Now she is telling, my life is very boring in this nasty pound. Nasty means dirty. In this dirty pound, my life is very boring, and I long to go out in the world beyond. She is telling that I would like to go and see the world, what is there beyond this. Here, I wish I could hop like you. Now she is telling, see, we cannot hop, and I really wish I could hop like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. Now the duck said to the kangaroo, well, she requested the kangaroo, please give me a ride on your back. So what does the duck want? She wanted to go on a long pleasure trip. She wanted to go on a long pleasure trip at the back of the kangaroo. And that's why she is flattering the kangaroo, and she want to please the kangaroo in order to have ride on his back. I would sit quiet still and say nothing but quack. Now children, the meaning of still is calmly, and quack is the sound made by the duck. Now she promised him that she would not move. She would sit silently on his back. Okay, calmly, not silently. Sorry, I should have said calmly. Still means calmly. And she would not disturb him by quaking, by making her duck sound. So now children, she is flattering, she is so much bored to live in that dirty pond, and she want to go outside, enjoy the world with the kangaroo. So let's see what happened, what kangaroo did. Now the whole of the long day through, and go to the tea and the jelly bowl. So children, what request does make to the kangaroo? So she make the request to give her a ride on his back. And what assurance she gave? She gave the assurance that she would sit calmly, she would sit still the whole day, she will not talk. Oh, she would sit very calmly, she will not move her body. And she wanted to go beyond the world where they were living. She wanted to go over the land and the sea. And she is presently living near the pond, or at a pond. Now children, once again I told you the meaning of still is calmly. This is a key word here. Now she is requesting him that she will sit calmly, and she wanted to go and see the world on his back, because children, duck cannot walk, they cannot hop, they can only swim. Reflection. Now children, I'm going to start with the third paragraph. Said the kangaroo to the duck, "This requires a little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection, which, if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatism," said the kangaroo. Now children, first of all, the meaning of reflection. What is the meaning of reflection? Okay, so the meaning of reflection is to give a careful thought. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck. So the meaning of the word reflection is careful thought. On the whole. Now I will tell you the meaning of on the whole. It means considering all aspects. That means he will think all the aspect, whether it would be safe to take her, whether he would not have any problem in hopping, okay, whether he would will able to take her comfortably, and whether he would be comfortable or not. So he was thinking, he was giving thought to all this thing. On the whole means this thing only. Then objection means difficulty. Objection means difficulty. Bold. Bold means frank. Probably means perhaps. And rheumatism is a illness. Generally people tell rheumatism. Okay, and it is a disease of joint. There is a joint pain, and you are not able to move your arms and legs, and generally it happens either genetics or by cold. So he is telling, if you will sit, because your body is always cold. Why? Because ducks always live in a pond, in a water. Okay, so he is telling, if I will let you see for so many long hours, then what will happen to me? I may suffer from rheumatism. This is the word told by kangaroo. So rheumatism is a disease, and here instead of rheumatism it is written here rheumatis. Rheumatis is also the same disease, is known by rheumatism. Now children, let us see what did the kangaroo said now. Kangaroo is saying, this required a little reflection. Okay, that means I will be giving a careful thought to this one, Okay, I will be thinking very careful whether it would be safe to take you, whether it would be comfortable to take you, and perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and it might bring me luck. There seems but one objection. He says after thinking whole thing, it might bring me, I will be lucky also because I am doing some good work to carry you on my back and letting you see the world. And there seems but no objection. But he is telling, but for me, from my side, there is no any difficulty after giving a whole thought to it. There is no difficulty, there is no objection from my side, which is, if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold. Or he said, only I should speak very boldly to you. Okay, here boldly means very frankly. So he is telling ki I will speak very boldly to you one thing, that, and very frankly I would like to say that one thing will create problem to me, and what is that? That problem will be created through your feet. That means I told you the duck's feet are generally, it is very cold. So duck's feet are generally very cold, and he is telling you your feet are often wet and cold, and maybe I may suffer from rheumatism. So he is telling this to the duck, that he might suffer from rheumatism. Now, there seems but one objection, which is, if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold and would probably give me the rheumatism. So he is telling कि I will definitely think once again, and because I may have one problem with you, because your feet is is very cold, and due to that I may suffer from the problem. Now children, why does the kangaroo grants duck request? So because children, why? Because first of all, duck is a friend of kangaroo, and what is the request done by the duck? To let her sit on his back. So he thought, I will be giving a thought again, and maybe he hoped that it might bring him luck, because he is going to do a good deed with his friend, because he felt that she is his best friend, and he would be helping her fulfill her wish, so it might bring her a good luck. Now only one thing created problem, and that was duck's feet were wet and cold, and the kangaroo is telling her very frankly that it would make him, that means the kangaroo would fall sick and he might have rheumatism. So here he is telling his fear that I might have rheumatism. Now, said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely, and I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks, which fit my wet feet neatly. And to keep out the cold, I bought a clock, and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Now children, let me start with a few new words here. Worsted means woolen spongy socks. Worsted means woolen spongy socks. Web feet is a netted feet of a duck. So what are web feet? Have you seen ducks' feet? Okay, some special type of feet they have. So that is known as web feet. And then clock is a robe, a long robe. Follow means to go with. Okay, so these are the meaning of few hard words. what few new words you can say. Rather, you can say it's not a hard word. Nowadays, we are saying this is a new words. So, what made the duck thoughtful? Now, children, the duck had become a thoughtful when the objection was raised by the kangaroo, when he said that due to your wet and cold field, I might suffer from rheumatism. So this objection was raised from kangaroo. So she had thought of all that. She did not want that her friend should suffer just due to her. So she told him that she has already thought all this about, and she had already purchased woolen cloth, and then she will not sit upon him with a cold feet. So the duck bought 2 pairs of woolen socks and a cloak also. Cloak is a long maxi like dress, long robe. Well, to please kangaroo and to protect herself also, and to keep the cold out, she had bought 2 pair of socks and a long robe, and she fighted to buy because she want to fight with rheumatism. She did not want that her friend and she should have rheumatism. Rheumatism is a disease of joints, and it happened due to cold also. And children, at the same time, what she is telling, said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely. Now, children, duck is saying to the kangaroo that she has given this thought that he might get rheumatism when she will sit upon his back. She had already given a thought when she was sitting on the rock, and she bought 4 pair of worsted sock, not 2, children. I think I told you 2, but it is 4 pair of worsted. Worsted means woolen and spongy soft socks, okay, to protect herself and to protect kangaroo also, so that he will not get rheumatism, which fit my web feet neatly. Now, web feet is the feet of the duck. You can see the shape. Okay, so he's telling that sock it really fitted me in a very nice manner, and I have bought a cloak also. So cloak is just like like a long dress. Like, have you seen gowns of your parents, mama? So the robe is like a gown. It's very long, and she has bought a woolen crown also, so that she would also be protected from cold. So she has given already a thought that she is telling to kangaroo. And every day a cigar I will smoke. And she is telling that to keep the cold out, okay, to keep her body warm, she would drink cigar every day. So he will not have problem. Her body would be warm, and he will not have problem. He will not feel cold when she would sit upon him, and she will also not have problem. Worsted, children, here worsted is a Cree word. It means woolen. So he's telling, I've already given a thought. I've already told that nothing will happen to you just because of me. And what she has done to keep herself warm, so that the kangaroo will not suffer from rheumatism, she had bought 4 pairs of socks, and of course she has bought a cloak also to cover her body. And then every day she is going to smoke a cigar, so that this will keep her body more warm, and hence the kangaroo will not have any trouble. Well, said the kangaroo, I am ready, all in the moonlight pale, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quite at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who is so happy or who as the duck and the kangaroo? Now the poet Edward Lear is telling that after giving a nice thought, kangaroo was ready. But before explaining the poem, let me explain some of the new words to you. So my first word is pale, means faint. Okay. Pale means faint, that means faded. Balance, I think everybody, this is a very common word, everybody know what is the meaning of balance. Balance means to keep control here. Steady, the key word here is steady. All right, steady. Steady is important keyword here, which means still with no jerk or movement. Okay, and hop, of course, I have already tell you the meaning of hop. The kangaroo hops, so it means bound. Now let me explain you the passage. So said the duck, no, I'm here now. Said the kangaroo, I'm ready. Now children, after giving a thought and after hearing from his friend duck that she did not want him to suffer with rheumatism, she had just wanted to make him comfortable. She has purchased a worsted socks, of course a clock, and of course she would she would smoke a cigar every day to keep her body warm. Now children, finally the kangaroo said, I'm ready. Okay, kangaroo became ready to take the duck round the world. All in the moonlight pale, and to balance me very well, dear duck, sit steady. Now he gave him some tips to the duck so that she would not fall away and he would also be comfortable in hopping. So she is telling, the kangaroo told the duck, I'm ready to take you, but then you have to in the nice moonlight we will be starting our journey, but to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady. Now he's telling, but only thing, to keep control my balance, you have to sit steady, you have to be very steady, you have to still, no jerks and movement from your body should be there, otherwise I will lose my balance. And quite at the end of my tail. And second thing he told, that you have to sit quietly quite at the end, you have to sit at the end of my tail. Children, you can see in the picture also, see how this duck is sitting, you can see in the picture also. See here how nicely the duck is sitting on the tail of the kangaroo without any movement, and both are having a gala time, both are enjoying a lot. Okay, so said the kangaroo to the duck, this requires a little reflection. No, I was here now. So he is telling, I'm ready to go, we will start in the moonlight, but only few tips was given to him by kangaroo. He is telling that my balance should not be loose, so you have to sit very steady, and then you have to sit quite at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound. So now children, they have started their journey. Okay, now he's taking the duck round the world to enjoy. Both the friend wanted to enjoy, but to balance, and he's telling that now they went with a hop and bound, and they hopped the whole word 3 times round, and children, 3 times they have hopped that word. And why so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo? Now children, both were very happy, but the writer is asking at the end, whom do you think they were more happy? Was it duck or was it kangaroo? Now this you have to think and answer me when I will be there in the online classes, when I will be teaching you in online classes. So this you have to tell me, that who felt more happy, was it duck or was it kangaroo? So children, the kangaroo went, of course the kangaroo was ready to take the duck round the world, and several conditions, the following few condition what put by the kangaroo before the duck, that she should sit and at the end of his tail, and of course she will not move, okay, so that she will sit steady, she would sit straight, otherwise he might lose his balance. Oh, what did the duck do? What did the duck do? She finally agreed. She accepted the condition put by kangaroo. Now, the two friends enjoy their outings. They went round the world 3 times. Okay, and children, they both enjoyed. But what I feel, it is a duck who enjoyed most, because kangaroo is a common thing. Every time, whenever they wish, they could have gone anywhere, but the duck had to take help from someone to go and see the world. So it was, I feel that it is a duck. Of course, both had a gala time, both were very they were enjoying like anything, but it was duck who really enjoyed a lot. So with this I end my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.